This is chess. And this is freestyle chess. And so is this, and this, and all of these. But this isn't some gimmick. Magnus Carlsen, Hikaru Nakamura, and nearly every other top player in the world compete in freestyle chess tournaments regularly. And the prize money is generous to say the least. It's already way more than traditional tournaments and is expected to grow to $1 million per event in 2026. But what even is freestyle chess, and when did it get so popular? Let's start basic. Freestyle chess, also known as Fischer Random or Chess 960, is basically just chess, but with the pieces randomized before every game. Every piece moves exactly as it would in normal chess. The only rules are that the bishops must be on opposite colors and the king must start between both rooks so that castling is still possible on either side. And of course, pawns must start in front of the pieces and both sides must have identical starting positions. Oh, and the pawns are also randomized. And that's about it. Now, if you put all this together, there are 960 unique starting positions, hence the name Chess 960. For those of you that are curious, it's because there are 4 spots to place the light square bishop and 4 for the dark square bishop. Then we have 6 remaining spots to place the queen, and then 5 spots for the first knight and 4 for the second knight. But we need to make sure we don't double count identical knight positions, so we divide by 2. And since the king must be between both the rooks, we only have one valid configuration. Multiplying it all together, we get 960 combinations. But Chess 960 isn't something new. The idea was actually conceived by Bobby Fischer back in 1996, but it was never really respected like it is today.
As I said, I don't like to delve too much into the old chess because I hate it so much. I feel by delving into it, I'm promoting it in some way. I don't want to promote this game on my own.
A big reason is because modern computers have basically solved chess and are way better than humans. Like, you could give Magnus an extra queen and it's still unlikely that he would beat Stockfish. And since every respected player uses engines to study, chess becomes too theoretical and lacks that creativity like it had before, especially in the openings. I mean, let's be real, how many times have you logged on to chess.com and played the same 2 or 3 openings? Like at this point, you don't even have to think about each move anymore. At least until you see something you've never seen before.
Oh my god. A3. Are you for real?
Now, if you're new to chess, every opening feels fresh, so none of this really hits you yet. But once you get to that intermediate level and beyond, almost every major opening has been analyzed to death and just baked into people's prep. And at the top level, it's even worse. The first 10 to 15 moves are just muscle memory. It's basically just 2 computers playing against each other. And this is exactly where freestyle chess comes in. Engines just can't solve it the same way. That's because engines rely on opening books, databases, and years of theory to guide their analysis. Without that foundation, they aren't that useful as a tool, so preparation becomes harder. And yeah, okay, I'll admit that engines are still pretty good and probably still better than any human, but it does tend to miss some variations, especially in freestyle. But without diving too deep into the technical details, the reason is because the engine uses heuristics to prevent it from analyzing every single possible line. Like, it doesn't make sense to go down this line, because it's obvious it's just a losing move. And in asymmetric, unexplored positions, which is basically the entirety of freestyle, the heuristics aren't as accurate. But besides that, it's still really hard to use an engine for Chess 960. I mean, there's just too many starting positions to memorize, so every game requires creativity from the very start. And since the positions can start out kinda crazy, traditional chess principles aren't always as applicable, and players are forced to come up with new ideas from the get-go. And because Chess 960 is so new, you're likely to see never before seen positions just a few moves in. It's actually kinda cool. Like in tournaments, before the round starts, players playing white and players playing black will team up to discuss strategy with each other. And so all of these factors have recently made the variant super popular. Online games saw massive spikes during the initial Chess 960 hype in 2024 and 2025. Chess.com claimed to have hosted around 628,000 monthly games, and Lee Chess Arenas logged tens of thousands of players and over 100,000 games on their arenas. And the popularity makes sense. Beginners love it because they don't need to have any opening prep. Viewers love it because the players get into messy and more enjoyable games. Streamers love it because it's super unpredictable and fun to watch, and leads to clips like these.
Keep running!
But by far, the best part of freestyle chess is that the games are way more decisive. There's less of that theoretical 30-move draw and nonsense, and more of those chaotic shootouts. It's actually been estimated that on average, 70 to 80% of games played at the top levels are draws, compared to only 9% for Chess 960. And FIDE, the official chess governing body, recognized this and even started hosting a few official tournaments. American Wesley So won the first one in 2019, and Hikaru won the next one in 2022. And that's exactly when Magnus had the brilliant idea of going all in on freestyle chess. After he shocked the world by choosing not to defend his regular Chess World Championship title, claiming chess felt stale and that he needed a game where people actually had to think on move 1, he decided to partner with tech entrepreneur Jan Henrik Buettner. Buettner? The pair would go on to organize a series of freestyle chess tournaments, like the Freestyle Chess GOAT Challenge, a tournament featuring the top 8 players taking place at Buettner's resort, which I gotta say seems more like a vacation than a tournament. But after massive success, the pair would go on to raise $12 million and have already hosted 4 more tournaments this year in 2025. Magnus and Buettner chose to follow tennis's style by having multiple major events per year. I mean, it's literally called a Freestyle Grand Slam Tour. Each event is organized to have group stages, knockout phases, and mixed time control formats. And the top players are extremely interested in playing, and I can't blame them. We're talking millions of dollars in prize money per event, which in fact is way more than that offered at comparable classical tournaments. And as crazy as it may sound, Freestyle Grand Slam events already surpass nearly every classical prize pool except the World Championship. Plus, you get to see Magnus play chess again. So players are happy because there's more prize money, viewers are happy because the games are more exciting, and sponsors are happy because there's more viewers. Everyone's happy, except of course FIDE. You see, FIDE wasn't thrilled about a privately run tour becoming the most exciting thing in chess. Freestyle actually wanted to call their major event a World Championship, but because of FIDE, they had to settle for the title of Freestyle Chess Champion. Now, as an aside, this isn't the first time FIDE has had disagreements with players. Like, Fischer was constantly fighting with FIDE about match conditions, prize funds, scheduling, and even ended up refusing to defend his title in 1975 because of it. Garry Kasparov also felt the organization was bureaucratic, slow, and didn't represent the interests of players, so much so that he broke away and staged his 1993 World Championship matches under a new organization he founded, the Professional Chess Association, before he unified it back with FIDE in 2006. Maybe it's just some unwritten rule that every era's GOAT gotta fight against FIDE about something. But regardless, in an era of short attention spans and brain rot, the time for freestyle is now. Classical chess will always have its place in history, but the momentum is shifting. Fans want something interesting, players want fairness, sponsors want excitement, and freestyle delivers on all 3.
And it's completely lost now for him.
His heart rate over 150. The panic.
Both players right now, hearts beating out of their chests.
You know, in his mind, he's already getting to that point. When am I hitting the resign button? In this case, shaking hands right now. The Black King and Rook.